My name is Sawyer Duncan. I'm the Deputy General Counsel at REIT Funding. Our 14-person team in Atlanta helps REITs and other vehicles obtain accommodation shareholders for various purposes under different regulations. Many funds have set up strategies called business development companies, BDCs, that are created under the 1940 Act to make loans to middle market companies. Many of those loans can be and often are collateralized by real estate of United States operating businesses. BDCs are a counter-cyclical creature. They're a form of a non-bank lender, and in various cases where interest rates are high, non-bank lenders can step in to provide credit and liquidity to operating businesses for a variety of working capital needs. And we've seen an uptick in BDCs primarily as a result of the interest rate movement since 2022. Our role at REIT Funding comes in to provide accommodation shareholders for business development companies that wish to become a specific type of BDC called a publicly offered BDC. Business development companies that are publicly offered must have 500 shareholders at all times during each taxable year. And so if you think about the types of investors that come in initially, there might be abundant sources of capital from 5, 10, a dozen investors, but 500 is a big number. Our firm provides accommodation shareholders for publicly offered BDCs to become publicly offered. There are two key benefits to being a publicly offered BDC. And the first benefit is that you can itemize miscellaneous tax deductions for costs related to the shareholder meeting, proxy mailings. Those expenses can get passed through to investors and they can receive a deduction. The second is more relevant, and it means that publicly offered BDCs are exempt from what the 40 Act calls the preferential dividend restrictions. Investment managers can implement side letters, fee programs, and most favored nations arrangements more easily because the preferential dividend restriction is taken right off the table when you're a publicly offered BDC. In a high interest rate environment, BDCs have become an attractive vehicle for fund managers looking to enter the private credit space. BDCs are a subset of private credit, and with the explosion institutionally in private credit, we've seen a lot of brand name investment firms expand their allocations and their strategies in private credit. BDCs are one way to do that, but they're a highly regulated vehicle, and there are several different regulatory hoops to jump through, one of which is becoming a publicly offered BDC in the first place. And so our firm has explored ways to make BDCs' lives easier by becoming publicly offered from day one. Foreign investors that are wishing to get some exposure to the burgeoning U.S. private credit and non-bank lending market would look to strategies like business development companies in order to access those types of investments. BDC investments are focused on small and middle market operating companies between $25 and $50 million of revenue generally. And the BDC vehicle is designed to provide an alternative for those borrowers to get the capital they need. This is all a question of capital allocation and finding ways to connect deficit units of capital borrowers with surplus units of capital, such as foreign investors, pension plans, and other clients that are here at a conference like AFIRE.